What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you my next video in my must-have must-gag series. This is my series that I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her playlist and the community playlist linked down below, along with all of the Instagram pages that I follow to create with the pictures, along with all the Instagram pages that I follow to get all the pictures. And I always list and link all of the products that I talk about in this video, if they're available and all that jazz. So just check out my description box. If you're wondering what this makeup look, I did record it. It will probably be coming up later this week. Just kind of depends on how things go editing wise, but it will be coming up soon, and when it is available I will have it linked down below. I think that's it. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so today is Saturday and it's pretty late on Saturday. It's 8 p.m. on Saturday night, so I'm gonna have a lot more things than I did last week just because it was a longer span of time. Even just one day, you get a lot more items to talk about. So I'm gonna try and run through these, but yeah, well, we have to also talk about them, or I want to actually talk about them. So the first thing I want to talk about is a new release from Cherry Lashes, and this is their Don't Get Played palette. This palette is actually really pretty. You have some pinks, some purples, and you got some nudes in between, nudie browns, nudie oranges, stuff like that. I think this is a really nice palette, really nice color scheme. I've never heard or tried this brand prior. If I didn't have so many eyeshadow palettes, and if I didn't have eyeshadow palettes with this exact color scheme, I may want to actually pick this up, but because I do, it's just not something I need. I like that there are only shimmers and mattes. I don't know how metallic these shimmers are, and that would be another thing. I am very much a metallic foiled girl. Plain shimmers are just boring to me. They are. Even for work, I don't like a plain shimmer. It's just not your girl's cup of tea. So I'm gonna have to pass, but it looks like you can use the code CHERRY at checkout for money off, and this retails for $30. Buxom has come out with a new fall lip, and this is the full-on plumping lip cream and polish fall collect. Oh, that's not even what is the name of it? It's a gloss with spiced up fall scents. So you get spiced apple cider, pumpkin spice latte, hazel, and autumn. And hazel and autumn are nail polish. I didn't even know Buxom had nail polish. So it also looks to be lipsticks, bullet lipsticks. And then of course the glosses, like I was saying, the plumping glosses. For me, I've never tried Buxom. Yes, I have. I had a mini. I don't like plumping products, but I will say this product wasn't too much. It didn't faze me too badly, and I did like the sheen that it provided for my lips. Although the color that I had, it was really easy, like chapstick kind of color, so I could wear it every day or just to moisturize my lips, and it didn't really create a huge big fuss or anything like that. These colors, I feel like, well, you'll actually be able to see them on anybody's lips. Do I need it? No, but I will say that the two darker shades in this collection, spiced pumpkin spice latte and hazel, look beautiful on the person's complexion that they swatched it. And yeah, I wouldn't hate to have these in my collection, but once again, it's not something that I feel is unique enough for me to actually bring into my collection. Emme Cosmetics has extended their serum blush shade range. I was going to try buying one of their blushes during the month of July. I ended up not doing that, not for lack of purchasing, because I did purchase a lot. It was purely for the fact that the shade that I want was not in stock, which is fine. I think I've gotten the hang of things, and more liquidy formulas just sink into my skin and don't really give me any color. I think for me, I need more of a cream cheek base or cheek blush, and not like a liquid cheek blush. So this serum, I feel like, is veering more towards the liquid realm, and it's not going to be pigmented enough for me. I like a cream blush. Well, I like a cream blush that I can apply and it work by itself, or I can apply on top and just look like a clown after. I don't want to have to look like a clown after applying 10 layers of powder foundation over the cream foundation, if that makes sense. So long story short, I think these colors are nice. I think it really does fill out their range. If I had to pick a shade to try, like if there was a gun to my head and I had to pick, I would pick the red, just because I feel like that's the most safe bet for it to actually show up on my complexion. But I'm not really checking for these as much as other people do. I hear a lot of good things, but I don't feel like this is going to actually show up on my complexion. So yeah. Okay, so Patrick Starr extended the range of products for his One Size brand. So he came out with an eyeshadow palette. He came out with eye poppers, which are liquid eyeshadows. He also came out with an eyeliner as well. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette is $42 and you get some greens, some browns, and a blue, and a black. It looks boring to me. I'm surprised that this is the first palette that he came out with, because Patrick Starr's matte collections, the color schemes were phenomenal. So I am surprised that this is what he's coming out with. Granted, it's his brand, so he needs to create, like, you know, the more neutral palettes probably, and then maybe he'll start to get a little bit more creative in the color schemes. For me, this is just not my avenue, but congrats, Patrick Starr. Congrats for creating the brand, if I didn't say that last week, and then just congrats for extending the range. Also, the liquid eyeshadows, for me, I have quite a few liquid eyeshadows. I actually do enjoy them. I use them occasionally. Generally, I pop them on my lids when I'm getting ready for work and I just don't have the time, or I just really want something to accent it. When I'm here putting makeup on for you guys or for me, I really don't reach into my cream shadows as much. So I just don't think that any of these are worth it. Now, if I hear good things, that black metallic, that black liquid eyeshadow might be something unique enough to actually find its way into my collection, but as of right now, for $22, I don't need it. Then he has the eyeliner pen. It's $19. Same with the liquid and the gel pens are both $19. Those are really boring. I don't need it, and I'm not gonna buy it. Next is Laced with Cherry. That's the brand name, and they have launched their Wanted eyeshadow palette. It looks like there are 5 glitters on the top of this palette. Otherwise, I think the bottom 2 rows are really, really pretty. And at the kind of beginning of my makeup phase, I was, not the beginning, like early last year, maybe middle last year, I really wanted pinks in my collection. I felt like I did not have any pinks in my collection, and a palette like this would have worked. It would have been beautiful. It would have given me exactly what I wanted, but I would not have bought it even with those glitters. I cannot stand glitters, never have been able to. But I just wanted to mention it for anybody else who was like me and at one point did not have any pinks in their collection. This might be an alternative for you. Okay, so I've mentioned these type of cake liners a million and one times before, but I did not know that one of my favorite YouTubers, Tammy Clark, her makeup brand, which is Makeup by Tammy, they have their own cake liners as well. They're only £5, and you can get the bundle of 6 for $26.99. I'm highly anticipating bringing these in my collection. I really enjoy cake liners. I think that they help you to just add something different to your look, whether it's for every day or it's for an artistic look. I've been trying to do artistic looks more often on my Instagram, and something like this would be beneficial. If I don't get these in particular, I'm definitely going to be getting the more professional graphic palette, but these are definitely going to be the next highest possibilities, especially because this is a Black owned brand. And like I said, guys, I'm really trying to support my people and their Black owned brands as much as I can, just as I support everybody, duh. Okay, so Charlotte Tilbury has officially launched her her deep airbrush flawless setting powder. Now, the pan does not look deep, but I'm willing to bet that it is as deceptive as her bronzer, because her bronzer did not look that deep. I know a couple of people that I follow actually have already published videos about this. I haven't looked at them, mainly because I just don't need any more powders. I actually just finally got rid of maybe 2 or 3 more to my best friend. I'm trying to pan some powders. I just don't need any more powders in my collection. Now, that being said, let's say in like 10 years when I'm done with all of the powders that are my complexion that are pressed and I want to bring another one in, maybe I'll look into this. But I'm betting at that point this won't even be a thing. So yeah, come on, scroll. Wayne Goss has come out and officially launched his kind of the makeup part. So we have the eyeshadow palette and 3 eyeliners. So for the eyeshadow palette, I think this eyeshadow palette is okay. It's a good start. But for me, it's not something that I need. You guys know me, I don't like palettes that are this small. I just feel like I don't get enough use out of them. So that's the big thing. And then in addition, doesn't this look like one of the Nabla Cutie palettes? It looks like that to me. So if you have that palette, I would not say go ahead and get this. Just to me, it just looks like the same thing. Clearly different formula. And I think he has a lot more product in the actual pans, but just the actual color scheme and the layout, they remind me of each other. As for the eyeliners, I'm not like big into eyeliners, especially not these colors. These are very neutral colors. I like, if I'm gonna bring an eyeliner in my collection, it needs to be bright, colorful, and unique. So overall, this collection is gonna be a pass. I know a lot of YouTubers that I follow have already posted reviews on this. So eventually, if I'm interested in a palette in the future from his brand, like let's say the color scheme is just more up my alley, I will probably go back to the videos that the people that I follow right now have posted and see how they like the formula and stuff. But as of right now, it is just going to be a pass. Kylie Cosmetics has come out with new blush lip kits, which is basically like her equivalent of the blotted lips from ColourPop. I don't need these. I don't think like I'm that person who is a very nice like blotted lip wearer. Your girl likes to wear either clear non-existent colors or nice pigmented colors. This in between stuff is just not my cup of tea. So easy pass. A new brand that I told about through, I was in a live, somebody else's live, and I happened to be commenting and somebody told me about this brand and she looked to be my complexion based on her avatar, and she said she liked their blushes. So these are cream blushes from Daniel Andler Makeup, and yeah, I never heard about it, so I wanted to kind of tell you guys about them. I doubt they're new, but they are liquid illuminators and cream blushes. They are liquid, so I'm kind of worried, like I said in the past, any liquid cream blush or liquid highlighter just has not worked the best for me, but maybe that's just me being like new to these types of things. Odens Eye has sneak peeked a new palette. There looks to be some nice interesting color combinations going on here. I have wanted to try Odens Eye for a little bit now. One, because I feel like nobody my complexion has really tried them other than swatching, so I would just love to see how it literally applies on somebody's eye and all that stuff on my complexion. So maybe once October hits around, we'll try and pick up 1 or 2 palettes, maybe even a blush or so from this brand, and just do a nice little review on this brand overall. This palette, based on the broken down shades, would look to be up my alley, but I want to see the full kit and caboodle before I decide. Scott Barnes has launched his summer collection, where he has 2 mini eyeshadow palettes and 2 bronzers. Okay, well the bronzers don't look like they'll do anything on me. Easy pass. And the eyeshadow palettes are just not my alley. So once again, it's an easy pass. His brand hasn't seemed to be anything that's really works for me, because the other products that he released were a lot more makeup artist kind of themed and oriented, and these are just either not for me or too light for me. So maybe in the future it'll be something for me, but right now his brand is not for me. So MMMitchell looks like he's going to be coming out with his own cosmetics brand soon. It looks like he kind of sneak peeked this in maybe his IG story or something. I'm interested. It looks like it's coming out in September 2020, and it looks like he's going to start off launching with brushes. Y'all know I love a good brush situation. I have a lot of brushes though, so I don't want to bring any more to my collection necessarily, but I'm intrigued to see what goes on with his brand. He seems like he knows what he's doing, and I follow him, and his looks are goals. When I say he seems like he knows what he's doing, I meant like collection wise. He's done a couple of collections and they don't look bad. So yeah. A new collection from Luxie Beauty has launched. I need to scroll to the most recent photo. And the collection is called the Butterfly Kisses collection. Now, I have purchased a lot, and I mean a lot of collections from Luxie, so I'm not going to hold you guys up. A lot of these shades look like, to me, very similar to either old Luxie shades that I have or other shades that I just have in my collection. The two that really stand out to me overall are the two big ones that Indie Makeup Spotlight actually used in this collage, which are Angel Wings and Painted Lady. Those two just stand out to me as being really, really nice. If I had to pick a third one, I would also pick Apollo. Am I going to be getting these? Probably not, but they look nice. And why am I not getting them? It's not for a lack of the formula. I've enjoyed both Luxie's old formula and their new formula. For me, it's just the fact that I realized I don't use my single shadows as much as I use my palette. So I want to kind of slowly release that excess amount of product and just focus on the products that I actually am going to use. So the Nordstrom sale seems to be coming soon. And when the Nordstrom sale comes, brands release Nordstrom sale exclusives. So there's a lot of MAC stuff, YSL stuff, NARS stuff, Tom Ford, skincare, all that stuff has been kind of pre-shown. I will not be participating, but I just wanted to let you guys know it'll be starting for everybody on the 19th. For people who are card holders, it's the 13th, and people who are selected card holders, it's the 4th. So a lot of stuff I won't be participating, but in case you would like to, there you go. BPerfect and Stacy Marie have been slowly releasing product or sneak peeks of their collaboration, and it looks like she's coming out with individual highlighters this time. It looks like she's coming out with quite a few different shades, maybe 4 in total. They all look nice. Nothing that looks extremely unique, especially for me. I have quite a bit of highlighter in my collection, so that's an easy pass. And then there's also been some random sneak peeks for eyeshadows. I can't seem to find them here, but just feel free to see them. Okay, here it is. There's 2 shades that she has sneak peeked right now, Coral and Tahiti. Both of the shades look nice, but you can't really tell much from those sneak peeks, so we'll see what happens going forward. XO Beauty Shop will be releasing a new palette soon. And yeah, we don't know much. We just know that it's a 12 pan eyeshadow palette, and the packaging looks really, really pretty. Dragon Beauty has launched new products. I believe they didn't have these before, and these are liquid lipsticks. There are 5 different shades, and yeah, none of these shades are anything that I would be halfway interested in at all, so it's an easy pass for me, but And there you go. Peach and Lily, I don't know. They're coming out with a primer, and this is supposed to be a smooth blurring cushion primer with no silicones. It looks to be kind of all natural. I think that's a really good thing. I don't have very many primers left in my collection. I think I have 3 overall. So maybe when I get through with my primers, I will. I know I have a mattifying primer and like a little MAC sample. So I do want to probably bring in one hydrating primer into my collection. I think having both a mattifying and a priming are just good things to have. And so maybe I'll look into this a little bit more, but this seems to only specify that it's blurring. And I don't really care, to be quite honest, if my pores are blurred. Like, it's just not a big factor for me. Then we have Aether Beauty, and they have a new highlighter coming out. And this is in the shade Supernova, which is a yellow gold. I don't like yellow golds on my complexion, so easy pass. But a lot of people like Aether Beauty because of their super earth-friendly situation. So we will see what people think. L'Oreal Paris has released a new mascara, and this is the Air Volume Mega Mascara. I mean, I like a new mascara, and not a new mascara. I like drugstore mascaras. I'm sure everybody and their mother is going to be looking into if this is a good mascara or not. So maybe when I get low, but I'm pretty sure I have like maybe one more mascara in my collection, so I don't need one right now. Emme Cosmetics will be launching some new matte shadows on the 14th, and I just wanted to show them to you guys. A couple of them look interesting. I've never tried this brand before. I've always wanted to, but it just never worked out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Cool, but nothing I'm begging for. Nomad Cosmetics has been sneak peeking that they're coming out with a new palette. And I'm betting that this is a Paris themed palette based on the hints. You get this hint, which is like 3 different sculptures, and yeah, and then the like caption says 1 reason why lots of marriage proposals happen here. And then the one shade is called Bon Voyage and the other shade is called Roaring 20s. So I'm excited to see the brand. I hadn't really been interested in the other palettes that they've released this year, so I'm hoping this will be a palette that I'm actually interested in, and hopefully I get some use out of it and I can buy it later on, because I'm not on their PR list. That's one PR list I would love to be on. Shop Aether. Wow, what? Aether. Shop Alter Ego has just released a new palette, and this is the Artemis palette. There have been a million videos already up on this palette. This is a dupe for Natasha Denona's Metropolis palette. I'm sure the shades are pretty much dead on, but the formula I doubt they did. And that cream to matte formula is beautiful. Honestly, I would actually think about getting the Metropolis palette just to get more of that formula. I think it's a beautiful formula. So yeah. Oh, I think I just talked myself into another Natasha Denona. Trend Mood said she sneak peeked that she was going to be doing a all black owned brand Trend Mood box, the next box, and that's already been a thing. Unfortunately, it's already sold out. For me, I like that she always tends to show you what's going to be in the box before she kind of launches it and everything. I truly enjoy that. As for what she puts in the box, none of these products are very unique, and they're not from any brand that I've never heard of. I've heard of all of these brands and I've considered all of the products, so I feel comfortable not purchasing it. Yeah. The LBBC is launching a new palette, and it's called the Witch Hunt. They haven't showed the inside yet, but I actually kind of like the outside. Yes, they have. They have shown the inside. And it looks to be a decent color scheme. You get some, it's kind of half neutral, half colorful. You even get some cool tones, warm tones, and then just kind of some more actual like neutral browns in the middle. I think it's a halfway decent palette. Is this something I need to bring into my collection? No, ma'am. But you know, it's nice. Aether Beauty has sneak peeked that they're coming out with another palette, and this one looks to be called the Nostalgia palette. I know that the YouTuber that I follow, Beaute Queen, is going to be buying this and reviewing this if she doesn't get an NPR. She loves Aether Beauty. That's one of her favorite formulas. Whereas for me, they are just not one of my favorite formulas at all. So the color scheme has to be fire for me to want to pick this up. And we'll see. We'll see if it gets there. I'm not going to hold my breath though. I'm not gonna hold you up. Emme Cosmetics looks like they're coming out with a new foundation. It is called Your Skin But Better Foundation. It also seems to have skincare in there as well. It looks to be water light. What does water light mean? It says it's water light, medium coverage, and a natural radiant finish. I like the medium finish, medium coverage, and the finish, so maybe this would be something I would be interested in. It looks like it has quite a nice shade range. I'm very happy about that. If I had to guess, I would say I'd be deep neutral 61, but that's just a guess. I'd want to see some reviews, see some comparisons, but in the grand scheme of things, I have quite a bit of foundation, still trying to get through some foundation, so I'm not going to pick it up, but it would be a foundation, or it would be a foundation that I wouldn't mind bringing into my collection. Oh my gosh, Peachy Queen has come out with another palette, and this is their Tarot eyeshadow palette. It looks like they have 2 glitters in here, so easy pass for me. I just thought the color scheme, some of the color arrangements actually look halfway nice, and I wouldn't mind having the color arrangements, but just not the formula or the glitter. Sample Beauty is doing a collaboration with Beth Painter Makeup. I've never heard of this creator. She looks stunning, and she looks like she does some stunning looks, so I'm not gonna hold her up by any means. And it looks like, okay, I'll learn more about her in a second. Anyways, they've shown the inside, but they haven't actually shown the colors. There are 27 mattes and 3 ultra foiled shimmers. Now, I love me some mattes, I do. And I prefer to have more mattes than shimmers, but that just seems like a ridiculous disparity. I'm gonna hold my full thoughts and full opinions until we get to see the full thing revealed, but yeah, we'll see. I'm sure it's going to be a nice bright rainbow color palette. Next, Colored Rain has finally shown us the inside of the Juicy Boost palette, and this is a little weird of a collection. So it looks like you can get it in one big palette, but you can also get it in 2 different 9-pan palettes, which are actual books. I don't understand why they've made that option, but they have made it an option. So in case you want one way or another, there you go. For me, it just looks weird. Does it look weird to you? Like, the color scheme just doesn't look cohesive. Like, the bottom 2 rows look cohesive, and the top row just looks like I just wanted some cool tones. Splat. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure people are going to do looks that I'm going to be drooling over after seeing them, but because I'm not reaching for this like with my whole heart, I am going to ultimately skip, and that's surprising. I've been skipping on a lot of Colored Rain's latest eyeshadow palette launches. Morphe Brushes, they have released a new Big Daddy palette. This is the 35C, which is the Everyday Chic Artistry palette. This is $25, as are all of their palettes. to my knowledge. And this is just a neutral palette with taupes and caramels. Nothing too crazy, exciting, anything like that. Super easy pass. I saw this as a notification. I was like, what is this? Why is this here? Go away. So yeah, I think this is launching with their their new Morphe 2 brand. So yeah. Slay Glam Box is a biannual monthly box, and they have a new palette, I guess, with that box, and this is what it looks like. There are too many shimmers for me, not enough mattes, and I also don't like the color scheme, so it's a pass. But in case you are one of those people who like subscription boxes, here you go. Beaute Cosmetics is doing a new launch, and it is called the Defense Collection, and basically this is supposed to be makeup and skincare combined. They have an eyeshadow palette, a mask, a setting spray, eyeliner, and a moisturizer. The eyeshadow palette is $34. What type of skincare can you put in an eyeshadow palette? That's the one thing where I'm like, wait. And like the eyeliner, what do you put? Like conditioner for your lashes? Like, I need answers, and this caption is not providing them for me, so I'm going to be confuzzled until I get actual answers. Like, we're just gonna keep moving on, and that's it. That's it. I don't have anything else to talk about, which is surprising. I'm happy. I seem to have like fluffed off the excess when it comes to this week. If I can buy anything and not have to deal with whatever, right now the Nomad Cosmetics new palette is looking interesting. I haven't seen the whole thing, but it's shaping up to be interesting. Same with the Odens Eye palette, it's looking interesting. And then I would also get the Makeup by Tammy cake liners. Those are the three things that I would really get from this video. I probably will get them later on, but until then, your girl's gonna be happy with what she got, and she's gonna continue to use her imagination so I don't use my money. That's it. I'm tired. I'm acting crazy. My feet are swollen. Your girl needs to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that I see you in the next video. If you do like my personality and my content, all of that jazz, please do go ahead and give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'm cool with either way. And if you liked it and you did give it a thumbs up, or if you liked it and you didn't give it a thumbs up, by all means, I would love for you to subscribe, join my little family, and we can continue on just having fun one day at a time. I think that's it. We gonna say that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and